Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you take your hind parts over to jerichogreen.net. And of course, this is 1000% viewer funded. If there's no you, there's no me. So you know what you got to do. Take that hand and jam it all the way up your generosity and pull something out for your boy. Links will be in the description box. Boy, oh boy. Okay, all right. Fine. You guys want another example of how Sloppy Joe and his administration and a whole bunch of other selected politicians, you need another example of how much they hate us. Fine. I'll give you another one. Okay, but this is it. You keep asking me, give me an example. I keep giving examples. You keep asking. This is the last time I'm doing this, okay, people? Oh, fine. So, in Arizona, the Border Patrol was ordered, came from the Parks and Rec Department, the U.S. Parks Department. They told them to open 114 gates in the border wall. I guess periodically there are gates strategically placed in the wall, the slat wall that Trump had built. The wall's only been there. This particular section has only been there for 4 years. And I put a link in the description box to an article. But they opened 114 of these gates, and then they were ordered to weld the gates so they stayed open. So it can't be closed. No matter how overwhelmed the Border Patrol may become, they cannot close the gates unless they get some blowtorches or some acetylene tanks and some welding torches out there, or I guess it'd have to be oxygen and acetylene because you're gonna be cutting. So, like, you could do that with an arc welder too, but wouldn't it make more sense with a acetylene and oxygen tank? Anyway, you have to bring some torches out there. So they wanted them to weld these gates and keep them open. Why? Because of the monsoon season in Arizona. They wanted these gates to be open so that the water could flow through the gates and alleviate the pressure of water, alleviate the amount of water that Arizona would have to deal with during its monsoon season. So it could basically take the plug out of the tub so the water can drain as quick as possible. But monsoon season came late. Because actually it's because of global warming, man's presence in our military and industrial complex, and the cars and stuff that are on the road, and the animals that are farting. But anyway, monsoon season came late. And the gate sat open for weeks with no water. So basically dry, nothing's happening. The gates are just wide open. So of course, the people, the asylum seekers, because that's what they do. They come across the border, they enter America illegally, and then they turn themselves into the Border Patrol so they can then seek asylum. And apparently the cartels and the coyotes, they're driving busloads of people up to the wall, and then the people are getting out and just, all right, gracias, señor, my friend. Actually, if we're being honest, thank you for giving me a ride here. A long plane ride from China. Thank you for giving me a ride in the bus to the border. Thank you for giving me a ride on the bus. What? Why do I do that? Why am I doing those accents? Because that's where the people are coming from. It's becoming that no longer are they from south of the border, Guatemala, Ecuador, Honduras, Mexico, and all that shit. A lot of Pakistanis, a lot of Chinese, a lot of African, a lot of Egyptians. Well, Egypt is in Africa, but you know, they don't talk like this up there. I don't know how to do an Egyptian accent. Anyway, these are the countries that are being represented at the border at these illegal crossings. And they said these people, the ones that come from China and Pakistan and Africa and Egypt and Cuba, these people are showing up tired and, worn out by the sun, like they just walked a long way. So these people are getting dropped off obviously closer. They said they look more like tourists. than somebody who's seeking asylum, who's fleeing, tyranny and economic terrorism and regular terrorism and hardships. But again, if you're seeking asylum, you seek asylum in the first country that you come to. I think there might be a country or two between us, Africa, or different parts of Africa, China, Pakistan, Cuba. There might be some other countries in between us and them that you could seek asylum in. You don't come thousands of miles, tens of thousands of miles to seek asylum somewhere. If your neighboring country, whoever that is, whoever's next to you, whoever's all up against your borders, that's where you seek asylum. So coming here is automatic bullshit. We should tell them we know you're not asylum seekers because you didn't follow the rules of seeking asylum. You bypassed some other countries that didn't fit your fancy, and you came here. You skipped those other shitty countries to come to the greatest country. 114 of these gates have been opened, and the gates are 12 feet, or the openings are 12 feet wide. Big enough to drive a motorcycle or maybe an ATV through. Pretty wide. The standard floor to ceiling is 8 feet. So if you have a standard floor to ceiling, look up, add 4 feet to that. So that means a lot of people and a lot of stuff can get through. Nobody's stopping them. They were interviewing people, some dude from Ecuador. We thought there was going to be more guards. We thought we were going to get caught. But nobody said nothing. Thank you, los Estados Unidos. They said nothing. They walked right in. Walked right in. No one said, hey, you, stop, come here, get down, turn around, put your hands up. Nothing. They walked right in. In the last month, there have been almost 43,000 people who have strolled into America. Not walked, strolled. Like they probably danced. They were probably like the Soul Train line. Somebody who's doing the rerun and shit. Cabbage Patch. They were doing all those dances. All the class, the Macarena, they're doing everything coming across here. Nobody's stopping them. They're thinking, man, we're going to get thrown on the ground. We're going to get a boot in the back of our neck. We're going to get a butt of a rifle to our sternum. We're going to get called all kinds of racist names. Nothing. The gates were wide open. Why? And why would you have them welded open? I'm sure there's some kind of latch or something you could use. Some kind of system where you open it and there's like maybe a peg you can put in the ground or something to keep the gate open. I'm sure the illegals aren't going to close the gate behind them. So you don't have to worry about them doing it. You don't have to worry about the illegals closing the gate. So why do you need to weld it open? Why do you want it to stay open? Some people might call that permanently. Usually once things are welded, they stay that way for a while, right? So now, all of the people who are coming into our country illegally are going to come to this one spot, and it's near Tucson, Arizona. I think it was a place called Lukesville in Arizona. That's going to be the hot spot. Why not put a red carpet there? Sir, excuse me. Where are you coming from? We're coming from China. Who are you wearing? Oh, these are Gucci slides. I have on Gucci shorts or Gucci shirt. My dog wearing Gucci collar. Thank you. Sir, where are you from? I am from Africa. Who are you wearing? I have on Versace from head to toe. Sir, miss, where are you from? I'm from Honduras. I'm so happy to be here. Who are you wearing? I think it's called a Louis Vuitton. Well, enjoy your time here. Come on in. The champagne and charcuterie. Oh, good. I love it good. Bread with some salami. I fucking hate you. Why else would they flood your country with a bunch of war-age males who come from countries where the age of consent varies between 9 and 12 years old? Why would they invite millions of people in here and give them something that they're not going to appreciate? Would you go out and buy a Cartier watch and give it to a 5-year-old? No, they're probably going to break it. They're going to throw it on the ground because what? They don't appreciate it. You're going to give them one of the greatest gifts you can give someone, freedom, for nothing? You're just going to weld the gate so they stay open? Come on, people. What else do you need to know? I'll tell you one thing you know. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and hit that Teespring link to get you some merch. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.